Now at 5:30, today marks the 14th anniversary since the deadliest terrorist attack on U.S. soil. CBS News joins us live in just a few minutes with a look at how the nation will remember those victims later today.
Also on WKYT this morning, a suspect in a Lexington murder is set to be in court today after being caught in Colorado in July.
And 2 men have been indicted on charges including animal torture after police say they dragged a dog behind their car.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It is your Friday. It's September 11th, a day that we, of course, will always remember on our calendars. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. 14 years ago.
Yeah, right. We all remember being here that morning, the network break-in, and then throughout that day and that period that followed. We want to check in on the weekend ahead. It looks like things are going to be cooling down even more than they have already. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, we went through a week of the 70s. Last week, we went through a week of the 90s. This week, coming up, we're going to go back to the 60s and 70s. I mean, it is just up and down, and that's what we're going to be expecting. Some visibility issues over toward the east-southeast. As you're traveling this morning, very dense fog. I mean, it's going to be one of those times that you won't be able to see out ahead of you for, 200-300 yards. Here's a look across the way for those temperatures, upper 50s, lower 60s, and we'll finish off the day at 79 degrees with those storms in the forecast. It'll be later on today. Are we expecting any severe weather out of this? I'll get into that and also your weekend forecast coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Micah.
As we've been talking about today, this marks a somber anniversary in our nation's history. On this day, 14 years ago, nearly 3,000 people died in terrorist attacks in New York City, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C.
Last year, a memorial for the victims of the attack at the World Trade Center first opened up, and just yesterday, a memorial opened in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, to honor those whose lives were lost on Flight 93.
CBS News' Don Champion is live in New York with a look at how people across the nation will remember those victims. Don?
Yeah, good morning, Barbara and Bill. This truly is a day that doesn't get much easier for many people. In just a few hours, New York City will yet again pay tribute to the lives lost. Remembrances here in New York will start at 8:46 with a citywide moment of silence at the exact time when the first plane struck the North Tower. After that, the names of all of the victims of the attacks will be read aloud. Now, thousands are expected to take part in the ceremony at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum in Lower Manhattan. As you mentioned, it opened just last year. Now, down in Washington, D.C., President Obama and the First Lady will also take part in a remembrance ceremony. They will join White House staff in holding a moment of silence on the South Lawn. A special ceremony was also held this morning in Afghanistan, we should also mention. And later today, there will also be remembrance ceremonies held at the Pentagon and also in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where that third hijacked plane crashed 14 years ago. As you mentioned, a visitor complex there just opened yesterday. Barbara and Bill, back to you.
All right, Don Champion, thank you for your report this morning. Here in the Bluegrass, several events are also planned to mark the anniversary of the attacks. At 9 o'clock this morning, Lexington firefighters and police will be placing a wreath in Phoenix Park to honor first responders killed in the attacks. Carlisle will be holding a parade today honoring first responders. That will be at 9:30. EKU is holding a memorial ceremony that will come at 7:45, and students and staff will be joining first responders for 2 stair climbs today at Keene Hall. Governor Steve Beshear says that flags at all state office buildings around the Commonwealth will be at half-staff today, and he has also proclaimed this day First Responders Day.
This morning, a Lexington man accused of murder is back here in Kentucky.
Jack Clemens is accused of killing his mother, Shirley Clemens, back in July. He was caught in Colorado not long after. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is joining us now from District Court, where Clemens is set to be arraigned today. Michelle, what do we know about this case so far?
Police say Jack Clemens murdered his mom, Shirley Clemens, and these court documents we obtained today give us details about what police discovered about that murder. On July 14th, Shirley Clemens was discovered in her home in Lexington after she was found dead during a routine welfare check. Her family was concerned that Shirley didn't answer their calls or her door. They asked police to come open the door. According to the documents, that's when family and police discovered a gruesome scene. 64-year-old Shirley Clemens had been killed, her body wrapped in a blanket and bound with duct tape. Court documents show that Shirley died from suffocation due to compression of the neck. The report indicates that police discovered a trash bag with Shirley's purse, duct tape, men's clothing, and a bloody shirt from what police say contained blood that matched the cause and manner of her death. A missing credit card from the wallet found allowed police to track Jack Clemens all the way to Burlington, Colorado, where he was arrested 3 days later for the murder of his mom. Last night, Clemens was brought back to Lexington, where he is set to be arraigned later today at Fayette County District Court. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you very much. Time this morning is 5:36 on WKYT. Two men accused of dragging a dog to death have been indicted by a grand jury. Vincent O'Brien and Jesse Durham were indicted on multiple charges, including torture of an animal causing death. In July, multiple people told police that they saw a dog tied to a car being dragged on Anniston Drive. Police say the dog later died. Investigators claim both O'Brien and Durham were drunk at the time. Police have arrested a man who they say beat up a woman in a Georgetown apartment, then left with a 1-year-old child. Police say they found 22-year-old Shelton Perkins at a home on Raleigh Road in Lexington yesterday. They say he locked the woman in a bedroom and then jumped into a car with the child inside. Police say they found the car nearby with the child still inside the vehicle, but safe. They say the woman climbed out a window to get help. Police charged Perkins with fleeing and evading, as well as endangering the welfare of a child and fourth-degree assault.
New this morning, Bardstown police have suspended one of their officers. Police Chief Rick McCubbin released a statement today saying that Officer Nick Houck has been suspended until further notice. Houck's brother was dating a Nelson County woman who's been missing since July. Crystal Rogers' car and belongings were found abandoned on the Bluegrass Parkway. Her boyfriend has not been arrested or charged. Police have not confirmed whether the suspension has anything to do with the missing persons case. Well, folks in Nelson County are mourning after a teenager died in a crash. 17-year-old Taylor Martin was on her way to school when she crashed her car on a treacherous road. Police say she hit a tree while rounding a curve. She was a senior at Thomas Nelson High School and was a soccer player. After-school activities were canceled the day of the crash. The school is also offering counseling to any students who may need it.
A Mercer County grand jury has indicted a man on sex crimes involving a child. Harrodsburg police say 74-year-old Rufus Edwards has been charged with sexual abuse and unlawful transaction with a minor. Police say the victim is younger than 16. There is an ongoing investigation into Edwards in Somerset, and they say there could be other victims. Police think the crimes may have been occurring since the early 1990s and possibly before.
The longtime owner of an eastern Kentucky bowling alley destroyed by fire is voicing his doubts about rebuilding. The fire started Monday night at Spare Time Bowling Lanes in Paintsville, then spread to some nearby apartments. Kurt Fannin and his wife owned the bowling alley for 27 years.
Our life just going up in smoke. I can't express how heartfelt it was.
The bowling alley was the home to Johnson Central High School's bowling teams. The coach says the teams will practice and play in Prestonsburg. Firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused the fire.
Urban County Council members in Lexington are working on a compromise to try to raise the city's minimum wage. There are several proposals out there. Councilwoman Jennifer Mazzotti has proposed raising the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour over the next 3 years. But another proposal from Councilwoman Susan Lamb would increase it to $9 an hour. During a meeting, council members were split on how much minimum wage should be increased.
A new ancestor to humans has been discovered in South Africa, and a UK professor helped make the discovery. That new ancestor is called Homo naledi, and researchers say it has many similarities to modern-day people. And Associate Professor Andrew Dean was part of that research team. That's according to our partners at the Herald Leader. The fossils were found inside a cave, and researchers say they were very well preserved. Pretty amazing. Well, new this morning, just days after a Southern Kentucky theme park was shut down, its owner is facing a new set of problems. Will Russell's store, Why Louisville, has been vandalized, and the word shatter was spray painted across the front with damage inside. Russell's Funtown Mountain attraction in Cape City was closed a couple of days ago after authorities say they found the place torn apart with shattered glass littering the ground. They're still trying to find Russell to give him citations for the damage.
All sorts of issues there, right?
Yes. We'll keep following that.
5:41 is the time on WKYT this morning. And let's check live drive traffic and see what's going on out there right now. Here's a look at our Waze app right now. Not seeing much on the roads this morning, but with the recent rain that we've had, that could mean slick roads. And certainly, we do have several reports of heavy fog across the Bluegrass this morning. Micah telling us there is a fog advisory for areas mainly south of I-64 this morning. Dense fog is anticipated, especially in patches.
Be careful this Friday morning as we cruise on into the weekend.
There you go. Give yourself a little extra time and you'll be okay. We have no reports of any major delays right now. A lot more news coming up on your Friday on WKYT.
Some people in Minnesota got to see this stunning lights display recently. We'll show you more of the northern lights after weather.
So we're in the 60s this morning for the most part. And let me tell you this is your morning low. Wait till we hit the weekend. These may actually be your highs for the weekend. A big blast of cooler air coming. I'll show you that up next.